Hello everybody, my name is Science Tom, and I'm back on the crew, and we're going to continue building the Dodge Challenger. This time, we're going to be doing some performance upgrades. We can go into demo mode. You can hear it now. It's pretty much how it sounds. Sounds nice already. But I'm going to go through, I'm going to do some performance upgrades. Get this car fully spec'd for street. And maybe we'll even do a race at the end of this one, just to see how the car handles. Now in this episode, this is yet again another Need for Speed discussion video. I want to talk exclusively about the performance upgrades and the tuning side of things. Now, in Need for Speed, they have a pretty extensive performance upgrade system. There's no auto upgrade or anything like that, like there is in Forza, or technically in this to some degree. But yeah, you don't have that. What you have instead is you have a whole shed load of parts. I mean, there's actually technically there's more than what's in the crew. So if we go through what's in the crew, we've got exhaust, ECU, fuel injection, air system, gearbox, motor core, engine essentially, tyres, brakes, suspension, diff and weight reduction. I go through the list of what there is in Need for Speed. It gets a little on the crazy side. There's a lot, so you can customize. Start from the top. So we've got air filter, cooling system, intake manifold, fuel system, forced induction, electric system, ignition, ECU, engine block, camshaft, cylinder heads, exhaust manifold, exhaust system, clutch, nitrous system, suspension, differential, tyres, brakes, handbrake, sway bars. So there's probably about double the amount of performance customization you can do. So air filter, pretty straightforward. That is your what cleans the air going into the engine. Now higher performance air filters clean the air as well as letting more air through, which is always a bonus. Less restriction on that side of things. Cooling system keeps the engine cool, so it can go to higher revs without burning itself out. Intake manifold. Bigger the intake manifold, the more air, the more boost you'll get. Fuel system, better fuel system. More fuel gets to the engine. You know, pretty standard stuff. Forced induction. Now this is superchargers and turbos. And yes, they do have different sounds. And yes, Need for Speed have got the different sounds, which is awesome. Electric system, how your electronics work, sensors, things like that. It's nice to see that you can actually change that to like race spec stuff. Ignition makes your car start better. pretty self-explanatory. ECU is the heart of the car nowadays. It used to be the engine, but now the engine cannot run. It cannot operate without an ECU. Engine block, no need to explain. Camshaft, that's your shafts right at the top of the engine. That control valve timings and things like that. Cylinder heads, where the camshafts are, the top of the cylinders go through. Exhaust manifold, the larger the exit for the exhaust manifold, the easier it is to get gases out of the engine. Higher performance. Clutch allows you to, shift faster and things like that, so that's cool. Nitrous, what can I say? Suspension. Now, I think you don't need to upgrade suspension to lower your car. I could be wrong in that. I upgraded the suspension before I looked at ride height and stuff, so I'm not sure. Differential, you can go to full open diff or full locked diff, or limited slip diff if you really wanted to. Depends how much you want to slide. Tires, change how when I was playing the beta, you have actually got different specs of tires. So you have grip spec or drift spec tires, which is I think there's also like a normal one, so this is sort of in between. But I think that's a really good idea. So you can really customize how your car feels and how it grips the road or doesn't grip the road, depending on how you want to drive. Brakes. Improved brakes allow you to increase and decrease brake strength, so you can change how quickly your car stops, and also how much it wants to stop. So if you want to drift, I find it's usually easier to put the brakes towards the front, because then your front slows down and it allows your back end to kick out a little bit more. Handbrake, you can change the strength of your handbrake. Now this is kind of a cool thing for drifting, because it gives when you upgrade your handbrake, it actually opens up the option to easy drift, which is basically you tap the handbrake and you slide it, rather than using the brakes where you use the brakes to get into the drift. Either method is viable, and either method is quite easy to get into once you get used to it. But it gives you the option to have normal braking that doesn't cause you to slide, and then you can tap the handbrake to kick your tail end out, get into nice sliding. And then sway bars, or anti-roll bars as we call them in the UK. They control your body roll, so if you're trying to get around a corner with as much grip as possible, you don't want your car to roll. You want it to be perfectly flat to the ground at all times. That's where the sway bars come in. So yeah, that's all the customization, and I think that's going to be a good amount to play around with. Now, as we leave this street tune, we're going to take out this challenge onto the street finally. Maybe we'll go and find a faction mission or something to quickly do. But the last and probably most important thing of this entire performance upgrade system is the tuning. And we've got a little Fiat 500 there, just darting off into the distance. So we're just going to turn onto this road. Ooh, we're going to drift onto this road apparently. Oh yeah, I like this car. Sounds awesome. So we're going to have a bit of a cruise here for a minute, before we go and find ourselves a nice race to go and do. While I talk about performance handling. Yeah, you can customise your handling, your tuning of the car. Now they do it in a slightly different way to how most people do it. Take Forza for instance, you can customise every single thing. It's really in depth and very realistic tuning system, and it's pretty epic. Need speed, it doesn't have to be realistic really. So what they do is they've got all sorts of different bars that you can customise different sections, from like tyre pressures to ride height, things like that. Now, ride height and camber on your wheels, front and rear, they don't affect the performance of the vehicle, so you can have the car slammed right down to the ground, not going to make any difference whatsoever to how the vehicle handles, which I think is a good idea, because the last thing you want is compromising, especially in a game. In real life, can't do a lot about it. If you want a slammed car, it's not going to be very good at anything else, really, let's be honest. But if you want to put in a game, you can get away with that. You can slam your car to the ground and the game be like, yeah, no problem, we'll let you do that. The car will handle exactly the same, which I like. And you can really get some cars low to the ground. I mean, I was lowering cars to the point where, you know, you get sparks coming off the road, you're so low, just from driving around. But it's a very intuitive system, very easy to use, and you know, it makes it so that you can go through and really customize how the car feels. Now, there is one thing that I did notice. Muscle cars are a little bit on the iffy side when it comes to the whole drifting thing, which you'd think is a bit weird, because like muscle cars, they've got a lot of back end power, very heavily rear wheel drive, and you know, they can be pretty drifty, and they're not very grippy cars sometimes, especially in games like this. I mean, I can just go, woo, I mean, in the crowd was a fail, wasn't it? Yeah, we're sliding, sort of. But being rear wheel drive, a lot of the time, they want to slide around. I found that it was actually harder to drift the muscle cars, which I found a little surprising, to be fair. I didn't get a chance to test them all out, but definitely an interesting system, something that I definitely I'll have to get used to. But they do have, right at the top of the handling customization, a master bar, as I call it. I think they call it that as well, actually. And basically, you can move it left or right, and it changes the overall handling of the car in one go. So if you move to the left, you're going to be more drifty. Move to the right, you're going to be more grippy. And basically, you can customize your car that way if you really want to do. Just to get through the content, and that's what I did with my cars. Could be why the muscle cars were a little bit twitchy when it came to drifting. I'm sure the handling will change depending on how you actually do each individual item. So there's going to be a lot of that going on, where off camera I'll be doing a lot of tweaking, a lot of general tweaking, trying to get the car to drive how I would like to see it, how I would like it to drive. Which I'm not gonna bore everyone on camera with. Maybe, you know, important, like, quick changes to see just to see, you know, how the car behaves to start off with on a basic tune. But it's definitely not going to be it's definitely not going to be the final tune that I end up with. It will be something that I go more in depth for. And that's what I'm looking forward to. There's going to be some insane cars out there. I'm hoping that I can add my car onto that list, make an absolutely ridiculous, out of this world car in terms of customization and performance. That's what Need for Speed is about, and this Need for Speed is about making your own style, basically. So that's what I'm gonna head out and do. Hopefully it works out okay. And as the sun sets on this beautiful, beautiful day here on the crew, that ends my discussion for this week of the Need for Speed features coming up. There is a whole ton of content coming from that game, and there's going to be absolute insane amount of customization and stuff. Now, for those of you that subscribe to my channel and do like my videos, if you haven't subscribed and you do like them, obviously, it would be much appreciated if you did subscribe. Let me know your feedback about on my videos, and just let me know what you think. If I should change the layout of these videos a little bit, or if they're fine as they are, or whatever I need to do to improve. And I'm going to end the video here. I think the next episode, I think I'm going to do a Need for Speed week when it comes out. There will be a couple of videos going up before Need for Speed, and then pretty much the weekend after Need for Speed comes up, because I don't get a lot of time to record during the week. In the weekend after Need for Speed comes out, I do have a few days off, so I might be able to get some videos up early if I don't go Christmas shopping. I'm going to be playing the hell out of Need for Speed. If you guys have any suggestions as to what cars I should be looking at to do up in Need for Speed, I want to try and take one of the starter cars and take it all the way through the story. I feel like I shouldn't just choose the cars that I want. I want to build something. I want to choose one of the cars at the start and make it mine. I do have a little secret project I want to do at the same time as doing the story, which hopefully you guys will see, and I hope it turns out okay. I hope that it's a good series. If there's any suggestions of what any other content that you guys would like to see me discuss in these videos, then please do leave a comment below, and also leave your feedback. But as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this particular video, and I'll see you in the next one.